Hey guys, if you're wondering why it's a little smoky in here, just a little, because I was running a homelite Big Red Super XL for a bit, doing another run on it, because I hadn't started it in a long time, including the homelite XL12, which I already did run for about a couple more minutes. And I'm going to let the XL12 set for almost through in the wintertime until I can get it ready in the cold starting video next year in 2024. It'll probably happen in February or probably March, right before mowing season. So, I'll keep doing those videos every single 2 weeks. Every single, this week until next week. Until December 2nd, which is the last video on next Saturday. For me to do another chainsaw video before my actual days off on Christmas break. And I will be back on January 3rd next year in 2024. And I've been kind of thinking about putting the guard back on this saw since I used that one with the guard on it. And I think it looked kind of pretty cool without a guard, but I took a guard off of the homelite XL saws, the top handle chainsaws, which is I thought it kind of looked cool. Or I can definitely put them back on or make them look like new again. But this one still look almost like brand new from the box in the original condition. As you already seen the video of a scene of Maximum Overdrive. But I do not have a hard-nosed 20-inch bar. I had an Oregon 20-inch bar. Which is I had it 4 years ago in 2020. Never used that bar. Which now I did use it on this saw. And it's been holding up so far very good. Hopefully this thing will continue to last when I continue to use it. And they both run at same RPM speed, at same speed. And I like the way how this saw runs real good, and because I really love this saw, one of my favorites. I love junk saws. If you like junk, you can come by to my channel and watch all my old chainsaws being safe from junk. But this one is safe from being scrapped. But me and my mother was kind of thinking about scrapping this thing, but we decided to keep the box in here until we figure out what it was. And that was actually my grandfather's chainsaw right here. But this is the one that my mom bought for him since 2002. Probably for Christmas. Right before they changed the name on this saw to a pull-on. To a modern pull-on pro. Pull-on pro dealers came up with a name after their dealers in Poland. So that's the reason why they changed them into a modern pull-on pros. But I don't like pull-ons. But both of these saws are kind of metal, and this one's only got some plastic on it. They both are good saws. They both got wraps on their handles. And they both start at same startup on those saws. Just like on the Extreme Power, this is a screw-on air filter cover, and this one's a snap air filter cover. Just like on my Husqvarna 455, on my 450E series, and my Cinex four-stroke chainsaw with a pull-on 18-inch. And they both got black screw-on caps for their fuel and oil. Only difference is this one's got top fuel and top oil tank. And this one's got sides where you had to turn your saw onto the side before you fill it up. Just like that. Modern saws do that. Modern saws do. They both got chain tensioners on the front. Both of them got chain tensioners on the front. on the clutch cover, and one is right beside, on the left side of the bar, right beside the fouling spikes. And this Christmas in December, I'll definitely get a 810 brand chain row of chainsaw chain rail, where I can make my own chains, where I don't have to buy any more chains from a hardware store ever again, where I could save up my money. I was watching a bunch of different YouTube videos how to make a chainsaw chain, your own chainsaw chain. My dad's cousin has a bunch of chains that he made for only the antique saws. They only go into the antique saws like this homelite chainsaw right here. He couldn't make the modern chains for the modern ones. But I'll show you the RPMs on the saws. I'm only going to rev them at one time. But I don't want to hold them at half an hour. I don't want to hold them at full throttle too much because they'll blow up. I did put some little bit of fuel in that big red, but this one's got a throttle lock, but the other one's got a throttle catcher into the carburetor. This one is at the right RPMs, but I leave the high jet as it's set before when I got it. But I never touched the jets on it. I leave them where they were as it was running fine by the original owner. Now for the Salem Master Pro 62cc. I think I may go ahead and loose the chain out just a little. I think I got it way too tight. I'll get it a little bit loose. Then now I'll tighten it back up. That should be good. So, that tool on the Salem Master will not fit onto the bolts, but only the tool that will fit on is this tool that I got for the Synnex chainsaw that it came with. That goes on to that homelite Big Red. Now let's see how it does. That's better. I like the way how that chain goes a little bit faster. But I tell you, that homelite Big Red, if you're going to run it all day, that thing's about pretty heavy. It's a 58cc saw, and the 21-year-old Salem Master is a 62cc. And they're both 20-inch bar saws. They both got 20-inch bars on them. All the other saws do. Husqvarna 455 and Steel MS291. Older ones, MS290, 310, MS390, 029, 039, MS360 Pro, MS461. All of them got 20-inch bars. But I love bigger bar. I love bigger saws and bigger 20-inch bars. 18-inch bars are okay, and small saws are okay. I only use small saws for trimming around my garage or my building. Right by my house for doing a little bit of work by cutting up some of the branches that laid on the yard before mowing the grass. I did use my post saw from other day by making a little area where I could drive my gator around to get my logs that I cut up. I still haven't got them yet, but I will definitely soon. Probably next year after when the winter's over. When the winter's over, I'll definitely get the logs. But they both run at the same RPM speed. At the same speed where they run at, so that way the motors wouldn't burn up. Because I really like the way how this one's got a bit more power than the Salem Master and the Husqvarna 450 and the Poulan Pro. But the Echo CS590 chisel chain is the best chain that you can get for your homelite Super XL. You could still buy these chains at Home Depot, but it will not fit on your Echo CS590 timber wolf saw. This chain will only fit on your homelite Super XL automatic wheelers or XL12. That's what these chains are designed for. It's a 72-inch drive link. It goes on to this 58cc homelite Big Red. And this small chain, 20-inch chain 3/8 pitch only fits on the Salem 62cc 2002 model. But only difference is they were almost about the same height, and they both had run at the same speed, same RPM speed. That's what these saws like to run at. A little bit rich. But the carburetor on this one is a different carburetor, so I never bother and take off the carburetor, so I just leave the carburetor on this chainsaw, the way how it runs after I change out the fuel line. But man, that thing is a good runner. That thing's a good running machine. I love that thing. It's a very good quality big red firewood saw. And on one of these days, if I'm going to cut firewood again with Jim, I'll have this thing in the back of the Gator, including this one, and my Husky 455 Rancher, and the Extreme Power, and the Steel MS-291 in the back. I'll probably let Jim try the MS-291 out and see how he likes it. And I really like the MS-291, but it's a very good firewood saw. Hopefully next year I might be able to make a firewood video on this saw. Probably let you see it in action. But maybe one of these days, I promise I will make this happen. And but I will definitely continue to use that thing sometime if I need to. If I definitely want to, with that 22-inch bar on it, I could just definitely use that to get through that bigger, large trees if I can't get through with the Salem Master and the homelite Big Red. I'll just grab the MS-291 and try it and see. If that don't work, I'll use the Extreme Power to get through it. So, anyways, here's the video on my homelite Big Red, right beside the Salem Master Pro 2002 model. If you like this video and like and subscribe, I'll see you tomorrow, and happy Thanksgiving to you chainsaw buddies out there, including Satellite 22, and I'll see you later. Alrighty. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.